Yes, let's rock! Wicked, how is everyone doing? Yes, fantastic. Right, awesome. Okay, so, as you can probably tell, I'm too excited! Right, okay, so, the title of this stream today is called Zoom, the Premium Rocket Lolly. I probably better explain what that means. Okay, so, when I was younger, there was an ice lolly that was called a rocket lolly, and they were, you know, so I would say mid to low tier ice lolly. You know, I would, not quite as low as like an ice pop, but only a couple of rungs ahead of that. But then one day they introduced an ice lolly called Zoom, which looked like a rocket lolly, and it was essentially the premium rocket lolly. Anyway, that is why. Sorry. That doesn't actually explain why I'm actually calling the title this. It's because what we're looking to do today is... we're going to do other things as well, but what we're looking to do today is see the way that it sort of zooms in, the camera zooms in. I want to have a button somewhere. I don't really know. Maybe bottom right, not sure. But I want to have a button somewhere that will allow you to zoom... like be able to go from this view to essentially the sort of zoomed out view, and hopefully it'll do it quite quickly, so it'll just be like blink, oh yeah, so you can have a rough idea of what's coming up. That's one thing that I want to do, and I think I'm going to do that by there being like a button somewhere, but I just don't know where exactly. We'll kind of have a little play around and work out where makes the most sense. So that is my first plan. The next plan is we're going to make a settings button, right? Because at the moment, if you press escape, it brings up a menu, which is brilliant, and that's what I want. But like if if you're playing this on like iPhone or any smartphone at all, then you don't have an escape button. So I would rather there just be something, maybe a little cog, and I've actually drawn the cog already, which is going to be the settings, and so you press it, and then you can press it again to get rid of it. That's what I'm looking to do. You know what we'll do, there's more little things that we're looking to do, but those two are the big things that we're trying to do. So anyway, let's rock! Okay, so I think before anything, we work on getting the pictures in for our buttons. So if I go, let's see, where should I put them? So scripts, it's not in scripts, it's probably sprites, buttons, and what buttons have we got here? Tell you what, if I just have a new folder, we're going to create a folder which we'll call corner buttons. I don't really know why we're calling them corner buttons, but that's alright, isn't it? So here are the pictures. So this is the settings button. This is the zoom in button, and this is the zoom out button. So when you're already zoomed in, you're going to see this picture, and then you press that to then zoom all the way out so you can see all the islands. We're going to kind of see what it looks like and then kind of go from there, I suppose. So anyway, I'm going to go Control-Shift-S, and then we're going to enter menu buttons. I think we can probably call it something like... yeah, actually, we just go 0, 0, 0, and then I'll call them... We can make a corner buttons. We're going to make a folder called corner buttons. And why don't we just call them corner button? Corner buttons. I'm kind of making that name up. So we do that, and then we just save the PNG as well. Right, so now I just need to get to the place that I was. Can't remember where I saved it. I think it's not the UI. Here we go. So we've got these pictures here. These are what we're looking to drag in. So I need to kind of move them over to here, put this bad boy back up, and then we're going to drag them into this folder. So just highlighting them all, chucking them in, and I'm going to do a random judgment call and say these need to be 1 to 8. Point filter and none and apply. Alright, so hopefully that'll be the right settings. Okay, now I'm going to create, I think we just create a sprite square, and we're going to call it, sorry, closing stuff. This is going to be map, zoom, button, go. Okay, and its image is going to be, it will default to this, and we probably need to 2D box collider, added to you, that was nice. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of experimenting just to check that the button's functional, and then we're going to make it do the exciting thing. So, admittedly, the hardest part of all of this is actually working out a function that can make the camera zoom and kind of look quite smooth. So at the moment, I'm kind of dancing around doing the easy bits before we get to the difficult bit, but that's fine though, isn't it? Right, so now let's go make a script. And we'll make a fresh script. Like, as much as I have quite a few scripts which are good for buttons, I feel I may as well make a new one. So scripts. I actually would rather it be in the map, because there's a button scripts as well apparently, but I think we just have in the map scripts. So create C# script, when we're going to call it map, zoom, button, script. Right, cool. So, sweet, okay. Now let's edit the script. So we've got a few things that we want to do at the moment. So first of all, we're going to have a public transform. I don't even know if we need a transform, but I will probably find a use for it. And we're going to just call it button trans. I'll call it transform button trans. And we're going to do our classic that doesn't look right, does it? Let's have a look. Get private audio settings. Set. Okay. So now I learned this actually. This was in my in my sort of training, like whilst I've actually been streaming. Someone told me the best way to sort of create the advantage of creating a variable like this is it means that you can't change what this variable is unless you're within this, but you can access it from outside another script, which is generally useful. We also need the sprite renderer, so public sprite renderer, and this is going to be a good day today. Button SR get private set. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. We also want this can be, actually no, we can just make it private sprite, and this will be button up sprite, private sprite. The more I actually look at this, I kind of want to see if we can use the old system, because I tell you what, I'm going to probably spend a couple of minutes to see if we can get hold of the old system, because I've got a generic button script which is called it could just be called button script. Okay, let's actually just go into here because I have a feeling this has literally everything we need, and there's no point in reinventing the wheel here. So this has the... Huh. Oh, this is very useful, isn't it? Okay, you know what? I think we're kind of fine here. Yeah, you know what? Sorry, changing my mind midway. So we've actually got all of this already. So now, so yeah, the purpose of this button script, which, you know what, let's go close all but this, and then we'll just open this one up again. So that way we've only got these two scripts that we're looking at. And I feel that this kind of deals with everything we need. And we can be a little bit lazy. So I just need to remember the syntax. So we've got something here that's called virtual void setup. Now we will need to have a protected override. Here we go. Setup. That's it. Okay, so what does this do? This is when we're actually upon awake, we are setting up. We're doing this function, but because we have overridden this particular function, it means we're going to do whatever is in here instead. And all we really need to do is say button. Actually, hold that thought. Now, let me try and work out the easiest way to do this. So this has got, this is an instance, this is a singleton, and what I kind of want is public bool zoomed out. Alright, this is gonna play some, yes, it's definitely gonna have some use later, later on, but what we can do here is have switch if not Unity UI master script dot instance dot zoomed out, then button up sprite equals resources dot load sprite, and I think that's good. Okay, this will make sense in a sec. So this is, at the moment, we're setting up the up sprite and the down sprite. But if you are zoomed out, you want to have a picture of the single island to say, oh, you press that to zoom back in, because I want the buttons to swap as well. So here we go. So we've got, this is our map zoom button, and we need our sprites, buttons, and I believe it's going to be 2 and 3. So if I just copy this path, Control V, and then we're going to have else, and this will be 4 and 5. Okay. So now we want a protected void activate. Okay, so now this will be the this will be what happens when we activate the button. So I'm just going to have a little debug.log hey. Alright, and we want to check that this is kind of working. So when we click on the button, it will just say hey. So let's give this a shot. There is a chance we might have an error message, but I'm not too worried about if we do. So let's have a look. Oh. That is a problem that I was slightly fearing. So the issue that we have is upon awake, yeah. So upon, this is actually like becoming an instance, but like this function is being called before this one has become a singleton. So the reason I'm not too worried about that is because our plan is when you actually initially go onto the map screen, it's going to kind of, you're going to do all the stuff, zoom in, and then afterwards it's going to create the it's going to then create the button afterwards. So this will have already been sort of fixed and instantiated before there's any issue. So what's the best method of actually getting this sorted right away? I think it should be something like if not UGC master script dot instance is equal to null. Okay. All right. I think this looks good. So let me have a quick just check to see if this does make sense. So we're first of all seeing if this bad boy does exist. If it doesn't, then we are going to do this. Otherwise, we're going to check to see if it's zoomed out, then it will do that, and check to see if it's zoomed in. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Perfect, no problem at all, easily done. Okay, so now let's give this another shot. Alright, no error message this time. And in true form, oh yes, of course, this actually does need to add to our I'm just going to add it to the main camera for the time being. Oh yeah, it's behind everything, but that's not a problem. We just need to have Frontier, and then let's go make this full screen to make a bit more sense. Yeah, okay, so we're getting this little debug saying hey, so it's all working. Everything's sorted. Now maybe we have it top right and the settings button, maybe we have the settings button top right and this one just underneath it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Right, so now what we need to work on is this zoomed out thing. So in fact, how are we going to do this? We're going to go on to here, and we've got our map test script. and we're just going to have a look. We're going to go through the lines. We're going to then work on creating our setting. We can actually create our settings button and our zoom button at the same time, because almost there's so much code from this bad boy that we can just steal. So in fact, let's do that now. So we're going to create the buttons, and then we're going to kind of work out where we're going to fit them. Right. Okay. Here we go. So this one here, this is kind of good. We can add it to our prefabs. Map stuff. Let's just add it, even though it's. I think we just put it over here. Yep, map zoom button go, and duplicate. And there's a way of now I want to remember how to do this. There's a way of making it so that it's like I can just, it's no longer a property. It's no longer a prefab. Prefab unpack. Yes. Okay, so now we've unpacked it, we can essentially, we've got this that we can create and change as another thing. So we'll call it map settings button go. And let's go change the picture so it's a bit more, it's a bit easier to understand. So and then we just get rid of this one here, remove thing, and then we're going to add a new script. Create C# script, map settings button script. Okay. So we've removed that, and we just need to. Cool. So we're sort of, yeah, we're getting a few things fixed at the same time, and this is how lazy I'm going to be. I'm just going to go, nah, just copy, and oh yeah, actually, let's go that, make that a button script, and then we just go, yeah, paste. That's fine, but we actually. It's going to be a bit simpler than this. We can just get rid of all this. There we go. And then I think this will just be 0 and 1. Okay, so what we kind of want to do. Oh, check this out. It's even got a summon feature. So I can just, yeah, this will be easy. Okay, nice and easy. Yeah. So what I'm looking at this point here is I realise that when we're creating them, we can even go blink, blink and sort of bring it up. So now that we've done this, we are now going to go into our map test script, and we've got some game objects. We're going to have some more game objects, which we're going to have private game object, and we'll call it map zoom button game object, and we'll have private game object map settings button game object. Okay, and now it's slightly grey there because we haven't assigned it anything, but that'll be nice and easy to do. We're just going to have map zoom button go equals resources dot load game object, and then we're just going to find the path, and we can kind of do the same with the next one, just find the other path. So that'll be map settings button. Now let's go hunt for the path. Right, Right, we got I'm in the wrong place. Okay, right, cool, wicked. It's over here, isn't it? Yeah. Map stuff. So this is the zoom. Oh, I haven't actually put the settings one in yet, have I? Here we go. Alright, so let's do the zoom one first. Let's copy this path. And then let's go copy this one, this path. Copy path. Oh yeah, feeling good today. I think like I've had been so busy lately that I just haven't been able to stream. But it's really nice to kind of like get cracking. Like because what I really want to do. There's a few things I want to do today, but I really want to get to the point where the map is finished and get to the main game. I was hoping I could have done it all last stream, but I realised that it's still better, even if it's taken a bit longer. It's better to get all the things I wanted to do here. So getting these buttons was one of the things we needed. So, and I think what we can do actually, this is quite clever. I'm going to highlight both of these. No, I'm going to highlight both of these, and we're actually just going to go front here and. That is because those buttons kind of always should be at the front, at the forefront of whatever's going on. Right, so we can now delete these. What? No, don't worry. It all makes sense. Okay, so now. And the more I look at it, sort of changing my idea halfway through. I think this boolean here, this zoomed out boolean, it should be on this map test. We're going to get some error messages, and it's going to take me a minute to change, but I'm going to make this call now, or otherwise that'll cause us some problems later. Right, now let's just face all these error messages. What are you playing at? What's zoomed out? God. Right, okay, so here, this is going to be map test script. Okay. Oh, actually, that might be the only place that we needed to change it. Let's save it there. And I think this one doesn't matter. Okay, right. So now we're on the map test script. We are upon start. We're creating the Destiny map. This is basically all the creating all of this bit here. This is summoning all the maps. Okay, this bit we're creating our the little Nina, and then this point here is when we're creating the tiles. We want to create all of that. Sorry, I'm going through bit by bit as to when I actually want to create the buttons. And so I'm having a little look. So this bit here, this is where we're actually changing the... oh no, this is where we're just setting the auto size, that's fine. This is the bit where we're opening, that's fine. This is an odd track, isn't it? See if I can find something slightly more savoury. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's probably people who do actually like music like that, but to me it was like here's a few piercing noises that just don't... Yeah, anyway. Right. So what's happening over here? We're creating the thing. Main info. Look. Right. Oh, that has reminded me of something. Okay. Right. Let's have a look. So this is where there's the Monster Award. So I kind of I think we have to get through the Monster Awards first, and then and then we focus on the camera. Zoomed out, wait for the camera, and then I think here is where we're creating the buttons. So button script equals instantiate map settings button go dot get component yes. So if you notice, I've done button script and I haven't done map settings button script because you don't need to. We've got all the settings we need on there. Okay, so we've created it. Now we want to have we want to set our map. Oh yeah, not UI, not Unity UI. Master script dot instance dot no. Why would it do instance? There we go. Dot attach from corner, and we want to put in our button script dot button trans. We want to then do the offset vec. Now here is where we've got to try and work out. We want to make sure that it's on the sort of top right, so that should be -1, -1. I think it's -1, -1. That's what it should be. So we'll give that a try. New vector 2 -1.0f, -1.0f. So that has instantiated it there, and then we also want to have button script dot summon. Hopefully that won't have too much problems. And then we're going to do almost exactly the same again, except for this is going to be the zoom button. Map zoom button go. Alright, and I think we still want it -1, but we kind of want it like kind of on the side. So this one, let's try -2 and then realise that they're going to overlap and it's going to look terrible. And then we may as well just have a while button script dot busy, I think, yield return null. So we're just waiting for it to summon, but let me have a quick look. Button script. So upon summoning, yeah, that should be fine. So after, with all that in mind, have we done everything that we need? So what's going to happen now is hopefully the buttons will summon, and the placement will be perfect. Right, okay, here we go. Right, okay, we want the buttons just to be cleanly at the side there. That's not bad at all. Right, let's go make them slightly more in the corner. So maybe -1/2, -1/2. And then this one still be the same distance. So let's just tweak some of these numbers. So -0.5. And I think that is 0.5, and then that should work. That should be pretty nice. So let's give this a shot. Okay. Oh no, that looks terrible. How did I get that wrong? Oh, I mean, does that really look too bad, actually? Oh, hold on, I can't click it. That's interesting. I wonder why. I genuinely do wonder why. Let me just... I genuinely can't work out why these buttons can't be clicked at the moment. Yeah, so... Ah, that one can, that one can't. Okay. Let's try and work out why. What have I done to this one? Oh, apparently it's still busy. Let's go. Let's just try that and try and work out why is this still busy. Yeah, anyway, let's go give this another test, because that is a bit confusing. It shouldn't be busy, is why I'm slightly worried. Okay, that's a much better. So that one still works, and this one is allegedly still busy. So if I were to just unbusy it, then this works kind of fine. Yeah, okay. I just got to work out why it remains busy in the first place. Let's try and work this out. So we go back over here. So what are we doing here? Yeah. Ah, right. Also, another thing to note as well is is the town turning back into Nina, or is that still So what's actually happening? Even though I don't know why, we're actually the opening coroutine is frozen at this point. So we're currently, while it's running, I'll stop it now, but it's currently trapped here. I just have no idea why it would decide to stay busy. Let's see what's actually happening here. Go to definition. So let's just have debug.log int counter equals 0 debug log counter plus. Alright, so what we're doing here is we're trying to work out if this is the point where it's frozen. So if we see this number just reel up in the debug, then we'll know where the problem is. So let's give this a try. Yeah, it feels like it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Oh my word! Look at this! Huh! Okay, alright, well, okay, this is one of those big epic moments where we work out a massive problem that could have caused us loads of problems with other things. Oh my god, this is revolutionary. Like, now, you would have had to have been following this channel for a long time to work out exactly where the problem is. I know where the problem is. So what we've done... This is brilliant, like, because I'm pretty sure I've used this button script a lot of times. Definitely a lot of times, and there's a massive flaw with it. So we're getting rid of this, right? So I have two big daddy scripts. We have a mover and we have Aaron. Now mover, it's basically there to move move anything from one place to another in various different ways. This is a big, chunky, heavy script. So as it is, it's boinking to size, where it's kind of going boink and then getting to the size, right? We also have Aaron, which is entirely for sprite animation. Now, what I've done, just completely, what I should have done is, I'll make the change now. Control C, Control V, and then that needs to be S2F bool. Wow. Okay. All right. I think we fixed it. We fixed the problem. I'm just so surprised that like I haven't run into any error messages. Because that's a massive problem that I'm only just realising now. I mean, that's absolutely enormous. So that's a massive win. So hopefully, right, let's just assume it works now, but let's find out. Okay, so, yeah. So now... oh yes, right, so now we're going to so upon at this point here, we're going to now have zoomed out equals false. Okay, and so that will just essentially mean that this zoom button will actually get the correct sprites. And another little thing that we're a little trick that we're missing that I should have done earlier was just have button SR dot sprite equals button up sprite. And then we want to have that, so we want to have it there, but we also want to have it over here as well. Okay, right. So let's do let's do the easy one first. The settings should be quite easy, but I might need to. So we're going to have if not busy. We want to find out. Yeah, basically, let's just make it easy on ourselves and open the menu, because we need to make sure that, like, when you actually press the button to bring up the menu, you also can press that button again to lower the menu. That shouldn't be too hard to actually implement. It's just, so we need a switch statement, and we need escape menu script. Let's have a little look at this bad boy. Right, so what we can actually do here is I quite like having a public void, and we're just going to call it menu check. Okay, and I mean, this is a little like, let's just hope we can just get away with going like that. Control X, Control V, chuck all that in there, and then we're just going to have menu check. Okay, now I want to just check that still works, right? Because that way, yeah, this should be fine now. So let's give this a try, see how it works. Because I like the idea that it's doing exactly the same thing as if you were to press the escape button. So if I were to press escape now, the menu comes up like normal. So now we can probably and actually I'm going to change it for ever so slightly. Let's go copy that. If not busy and all of that. Right, so I mean, this looks like a sort of lazy thing to do, but I quite like this. So this literally means the escape button does exactly the same thing as the settings. So within in theory, if not busy, escape menu script dot instance dot menu check. Alright, now it's Operation desperately try and create error messages and see if there's any problem at all, because I think this should work. Now, unless I'm mistaken, here's where we've got to be a bit cautious. I have a feeling that if I go into this, I need to go into this button script, because what are the actual things? Something pointed down. Okay. I think this is fine, actually. In fact, we can go one better. We don't even need that busy check as well, I don't think. So, not there. Settings. Let's give this a try. Okay, I reckon this is going to work. I got full faith. Right, let's go make it full screen. Let's go enjoy the moment. This is going to... Right, no pressure, but this is going to work fine. So you press that there. So the only slight problem that we got is the only reason we can't click it again is because we've actually got a... this screen here, which is the escape menu. It's the escape menu. So all we really need to do is put both of these onto the escape menu layer. Are we okay with that? So we can actually do, even though this is going to look a little bit. Am I okay with this? I think I'm okay with this. So if we literally just have this as the escape menu, this should just be in front, because I put it as number 4 instead of 0, so it should just be in front. So I press this here, and then if I wanted to press it again, we just go back out and we're fine. Okay, now, as you've noticed, this button here is now the thing that it should be. Right, now, okay, right, wicked. I'm glad we've done that. So this should be okay. Now I'm going to desperately just go click, 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 click. And what if we say resume game and then went back onto this, and then we're trying to create an error message. No error message, because I'm the greatest programmer alive. Obviously that's not actually true, but all I've done is create a very small button that's quite useful. Okay, right, today. So now we got the fun bit. Again, I've done all of the easy bits. We've now got the actual difficult bit to do. Okay, right. So let's just kind of carry on dancing around the edges. We're going to have, instead of debug, hey, we're going to have either zoom in or zoom out. ... Okay. Okay. So, now. So, this has got the camera, but I think we actually do all of the work within the map test script. So change auto size, that just clicks it, and I'm pretty sure private main cam. No, we don't actually. This main cam is fine. We want this camera trans. So so within here let's go Control MO. Let's close everything. Oh, there is a lot of functions in here. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We just make there even more functions. That's fine. So we're going to have a public void sort zoom, and I think where we have zoomed out, we also want another public bool zooming. Okay. Alright. So sort zoom, we're going to have a one of my favourites. I always love private eye enumerators because they're the funnest things in the world. Sort zoom routine. And it should be something like if not zooming, zooming, no, then we're just going to have start coroutine, open brackets, sort zoom routine, and then zooming equals true, zooming equals false, and then right, okay, with now there is no dancing around. Now we've actually got the difficult bit. So okay, here we go. So first of all, we're going to have a right, if KO2 fan was here, he would be very, very frustrated with me because I'm going to do a switch statement for a boolean because I think in my head it makes sense. So switch zoomed out, case true, break. So if it is zoomed out, we're looking to zoom it back in. So make the cat. So yeah, we've just got to work out all the right sizes and bits and pieces that we need to do. So let's start by doing this. So what we kind of want to do is focus on Nina, zoom to appropriate size. Okay, and hopefully we can just do this quite quickly. So so upon creation, I think we actually get rid of these bits here. Now let's have a look. So camtrans, so camvec. Can we just do that and that? I don't think we need that, but we do need this. And this camtrans is one of our variables, isn't it? Yeah, we've got it over here. That's fine. Okay. Right. So we actually just want to copy this. Control C. In fact, why don't we be a bit fancy? So we've got this. Just to save us like having to write it over and over again, we'll get public vector 3 get central map vec for cam. Okay. And then return camvec. Okay. So now that we've got this function, in theory, all of this stuff that we have here, we can just green out. And we here, in fact, let me let me be a bit safe here because I don't want to lose something that might be good. So here, Control C, Control V, get a central thing for cam. That's okay. So that's just clicking it to the position, and this is clicking it to size. So now that we've got this, we can have, and I kind of want to have it for it to happen over half a second. Now the function is, I was about to scroll down, but we're going to be there for a while, so I'm going to go Control End, zooming. So now we want to have, let's go int chum equals 0. And oh yes, of course, we actually need to get the Nineveh as well. But don't worry, it's not as though we've actually wasted anything. So the idea is, if it's zoomed out, then we're going to zoom it back in. So that's when it's doing that. So if we have case false break, then here, I don't know why that's like that. We're going to go focus on center of map, zoom out a bunch. Okay, so we just need to fit in, we just need to turn these green things to actually do the thing that we want them to do, and then we're kind of well on our way. Right. Okay. We're definitely trying with different music. Yeah, for some reason I need to have sort of very, very specific music for me to be able to focus. Right. So, so what's actually happening over here? Oh, we're on the. So, here we go. So we're just having a little look here to work out. Okay, so I might need to just play around with this, because this function here has got a focus camera on central. Just need to kind of have a look at this, because I think this is what we will eventually need to use, but I might just grab bits from it, because we want to do we want it to basically to be very quick. We want it just, you press it and it goes whip, and then you press again, you know, that's what I'm going for anyway. And the sound effects are essential. Right, so chum equals mover dot instance dot move to point. I could even make it move to point bouncy. Let's give that a try, and then we'll work out why it doesn't work in a sec. So that will be cam trans. The target vec will be get central thing for cam, and the time to take is going to be 0.5 seconds, and the bounce height, let's go, let's try 1.0, okay, and then we're going to have not unity master script dot instance dot change ortho size to, and I believe that's 10. Time to take is also going to be 0.5 seconds. Is this going to be too quick? We'll find out soon. While mover.instance.s2f bool charm no wicked. Okay, so now and I've got to remember what the actual sizes were. So let's go find all these references. So it looks like, it feels like it's 2.5. So all we really need to do is, is just get the correct vector. So we want to get the vector of the current island that Nina is on, which shouldn't be too hard. Again, I'm doing the whole scrolling, realising this is a massive script and I don't need to take this long. Okay. Right. So, go to definition. Destination deck. This is it. This is what we needed. So I think that's it. So let's go Control C and then go all the way to the bottom and Control V. So this is the destination deck that we need. So I think we can actually copy most of this now, except for here. Instead of getting the central map deck, we can just go destination deck, and here it is 2.5F. Okay, let me just for my own. Okay, right. So switch zoomed out. Now we could just simply have zoomed out equals not zoomed out. Okay, that's the sort of quick way of doing it, and I'm kind of fine with that. So now, again, this might be a problem, but I think here we just simply need to have map test script dot instance dot sort zoom. Now, the reason that we don't even need any booleans is because in theory it won't be able to do it because we've got this little safety get thing over here somewhere, if not zooming. So if it's mid zooming, it won't be able to do that anyway. And let's go try one more thing, which will probably make life a bit easier as well. If not zooming and cam not busy. Oh no, hold on. If not zooming and cam not busy. Okay. I don't think this is necessary, but I'd rather have just another little check, because that means that when it's zooming in normally, then then kind of like, in theory the button shouldn't even be there yet, but this is just another safety check. So when it's zooming anyway, it should be fine. Okay, let's give this a try. Okay. I'm feeling good. I think this is going to work. I've got full faith. Right, okay. So... No! Why doesn't that work? Okay, I mean, that's not bad. You know what? I'm happy with that. That is really good. So the main camera, it is zoomed out to 10. Maybe it just starts on something bigger. Let's have a look at this main camera. Let's find out what number it actually starts on when it's zoomed out, because maybe that's where the problem is. Oh, it's 17. It's 17, but we can get that number. So yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, I just assumed it was 10, but it's not. It's 17. Now, I'm not going to just write the number in 17, because if ever we had different size maps, we would want to compensate and deal with that. So how do we do that? So we are going to go... where's the zoomy? This one. Let's go find all these references. Let's find out if there's any bit where we're setting yeah, I've just got to work out where how I got 17 from. So let's, yeah, so it should be pretty easy. It should be quite easy. So let's go back on this map test. I think there is just a point where I'm setting it to 17, but I just can't remember exactly how or how I do that. So that's closed. Get the central map. It's this. So I just need to go Control C. I remember this being quite a difficult number to actually reach, but this essentially will always mean that it zooms out enough so that you can see the whole map. So now that we've got that, oh actually we're so near the bottom now, so keep scrolling. So this, instead of it being 10, it's going to be this number. Alright, so this does actually make sense, because if you look, we're finding out the length of the map tiles of, yeah, essentially that's the, no, it's the width, or is it the length? No, it is, it's the length. So width and length, or the height, I suppose, of the map tile trans, like the number of tiles there are. And then we're doing a bit of a funny number there, and we're plussing 2 just so that there's a bit of a border, because if we didn't have the +2, then the islands would be literally on the perfect edge, and whereas you kind of want it to zoom out a little bit so it looks a bit nicer. Right, so have we done it? Have we done it already? We're 1 hour 11 minutes in, and we've already done the zooming in. Right, yes, okay, we can retire. No, so now we've got some other little things. I had a few things written down, so let's have a look. That looks good. Bam, bam, bam. Ah, yes, cool. All right. I apologise to anyone who has motion sickness or travel sickness, because that's really fast, but I'm kind of okay with that. Right. Yeah. Okay. So, where are we up to now? We have. So that was actually the big one. I thought that might have taken me more of the string, but we managed to do that pretty quickly. Okay, so that's beautiful. Right, now, so it's actually quite good that we're here. This is the perfect island to be on, because there's some things that I need to test. So here is where everything gets a bit fun and interesting, right? So at this precise moment, what we're doing, so if I add card, right, I don't know why that didn't fade, but pause, focused, and then unpause. So what we kind of want to happen, if I just try and zoom out, see if it does. Okay, so what we're looking to do is we want to make sure that we have all the card infos to be shown here, and I simply haven't dealt with that yet. So that is going to be our first port of call. That is what we're going to do first. All right. Since I've made all of this UI stuff, there are like more problems that I need to deal with. But this one here is something that I've been meaning to do for ages, and let's work on it. Let's do it. So before I actually continue, I think what we should do is. We're still working on that, by the way, but when we actually go on to the ones in the shop, we have a completely different problem, right? So the card infos do come up, but they're slightly in the wrong place, aren't they? So let's. I think it's better if we start here and then we try and work out where they're going. Okay, so I'm pausing. Let's go have a click on here. This bad boy, edit script, and I have a feeling. No, maybe not. Okay, that's no problem. I was kind of hoping, because I did have a hover script, but that's no problem. Anyway, we're in here. Let's go work out what's creating them and why is it creating them the wrong size and in the wrong place. That shouldn't be too hard. So mouse hovering over routine. Let's have a look at this bad boy. Okay. So I don't think that's what we're after, actually. So I think it's on pointer enter, create card info goes. Yep, okay. Let's go to this definition. So this is what's destroying them. We might want to have a new variable, which we're going to call bool, scale to cam size equals false. Okay. And we don't want to have a quick look, try and work out exactly what's happening here and why is everything, because I have a feeling there might just be a certain point where we can just sort out the camera size and then everything fixes magically. So we're instantiating these. So it's this bit here. So if I was to just have, this is just an experiment. This is obviously we're going to change this. Right. Let's just see what happens. And like I say, this won't work because I think they're all going to overlap each other. But I just want to see, that will kind of give us some wiggle room as to where we're actually heading next. So let's go. So zooming all in. Let's go. This bad boy's getting in the way a bit now. Right. So we're clicking here. That's better. That is better. Okay. Now, is this going to be too big? So let's just actually have it on full screen. Maximize, pause, unpause. I think that's going to be too big. So what we actually want to do is create info box. So the reason I've gone divide by 2 is so let's get rid of that. So if scale to cam size, actually maybe we don't even need that. We're just going to have, so there's just something. Okay, we might not need this at all. We might not need this. We might not need anything. Right, I think we just need to get float intended scale equals, do we have the camera dot main? Do we actually, I mean, in my head I feel the master must have a no, it's fine, we just have intended that equals not Unity UI master script dot instance dot let's go do us a solid. We're going to have this as a public camera main get private set. Okay, so now we've just got access to this main camera as and when we need it. So dot main cam dot orthographic size over 5.0f. Okay. You know what? Yeah. So this does actually make sense. Believe it or not, this does make sense. Right. So we're going to have intended scale equals 1.0f. Okay. And if we are scaling to camera size, we're then going to say So this will give us 0.5. So there, times by intended scale. I spelled this wrong. Why is that giving me a grief? I spelled... Oh, I called it indented. Okay, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Indented. Okay, right, fine. We're back in. We're back in, boys. Okay, right. So now, what that will do is it should scale with the camera, I think. So now, also what we need to do is when we're creating the info box, let's go to this definition. Is there any bits where we're changing the scale? So let's go find all these references. Proportions, camera size. Because I don't think that's the correct maths, is it? Maybe it is. Okay. So at the moment we're still kind of okay. So I've done this at some point. Proportional to camera size. Okay. So what if I just made that true? I think it might actually be as simple as, it feels like I might have done this code already. So if I just have scale to cam size there, let's give this a shot. Let's keep that in play. Oh, we've got some error messages. What's going down? Right. Oh. It definitely looks fine. Maybe there's a bit which I didn't save. Okay, I definitely feel like I'm going a bit crazy here. So what we've got here is... right, no, I need to slow down. Oh, okay, yep, I see it. Control X, Control V. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, yeah, so I've actually got a function within this, like one of the arguments here is a function, and what I was doing was I was putting the Boolean as an argument to this like internal function here, whereas we actually want the argument to this bad boy. So hopefully, let's see what happens. Right, okay, will it work? Okay. I genuinely, this is one of those where I think it's an absolutely 50-50 chance of it working. No, wait. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, right, so let's go to this shop. too big, far too big. Okay. Right. So, so what we actually should do is, let me think of a good way of doing this. So I think this is still fine. Let's go to this definition. Here, let's go find all the references. How many times are we using this? Oh, not many, only one. Okay, so in that case, right, the argument is actually going to be intended scale. Okay, and I know you're like, well, it needs to be a boolean. What's going down? Right. Let's go to this definition. Like I say, I think. No, not that one. I keep picking the wrong one. This one here. Let's go to this definition. Right. Public. So proportional to camera size. Yeah, we're going to go slightly off book here. We're just going to go. Float intended scale, and this argument here. So, I mean, the more I look at this cannot be right. This just can't be right, because that means we're making it bigger. I suppose it kind of does make sense, but let's not worry about that for the time being. This is just going to be intended scale, and then Control C over here, Control V, and then at this point let me just keep it in green just to be on the safe side. And we're going to have Control C, Control V. That equals intended scale. Okay. All right. I have a feeling this will work. I just have this hunch. I don't know, but I just feel it might do. Right. Come on. Right. Nah. Okay. Well. Oh no. Oh god. I believe we can just quite safely. I think if we're not sure, we can have so yeah. I knew we were gonna run into certain problems like this. So what we should do, yeah, like I say, you've got to make things ugly before we can get them good. So in this bad boy here, we are going to have and to my understanding, I've attached this to all of the important, to the main scripts in every single important scene that we have. So we're going to have a public float, public float script, which will be get. What should we call it? Proportion scale. It might not be called that. It might be something better than that. But we're going to have return math orthographic size. It's going to be 5.0f over that. Okay. The reason being is because for the title, for the intro, for everything apart from the map, it's always going to be 5, and the orthographic side is always going to be 5, so there'll always be 1. Whereas this will hopefully. So now let's go not Unity I. Oh. I still want to do that. I still want this, but let's go to this definition. We can just have that equal to 1.0f. Okay, I think that actually fixes it all. So that way, if we're not giving it a number, then it's going to be 1 by default. So let's go Control-Shift-S. Let's find out if we've got any more error messages. Just 1. Let's have a look. So here we can go it's okay, we'll get there, Let's find all these references. Okay, that's not too much. Let's have a look. Let me just try and work this through. So this function here, again, I have to make a few things uglier. So where's the actual error message held? Because I have a feeling that that boolean, so create info box. So this is actually fine. This is fine. Float intended scale equals 1.0f. Actually, no. Let's just go not Unity UI master script dot instance dot get proportion scale. So the only slight problem is it means this boolean doesn't serve any purpose to anyone at any point. If that's the case, then I'll be happy to just delete it. But unfortunately, we've had to do all of this just to check if it does actually work the first time. Quite a lot of this is hinging on this working. I reckon it will. I've got good faith. I think this will be good. Maybe. Right. Let's go. Let's rock. Oh, let's go. Okay, right, we have one slight issue, I believe. Oh, no, maybe we don't. I don't have any money. Okay, right, so I want to check that, yeah. Okay. So this is actually a bit of an interesting thing we can do here. Right. So here I'm going to change this at runtime. Yes, okay, it does work. Okay, what did I just do there? I realised that this card does need both information on the attackers, so this is like when monster arrive, attackers hit for 1 damage, brilliant. We also, because it's creating... Oh, we also need information on bees as well. So while we're here, plus bees. Yeah, okay, so I need to actually sort out all these card infos because at the moment, yeah, anyway, this is brilliant. I'm really happy with this. Okay, that's fantastic. I've done exactly what I wanted to do. So now we're going to do the same for when we're adding a card. And now that we've done all the groundwork, this should be pretty easy. So we're just going to go into here. Ah, there's no card info. What's going down? What's wrong? Right, so let's just highlight this. And let's edit the script here. And then we've got to find out from individual shop card. I think we can just go Control C. On enter. I think we can just have it here. So let's give this a try. Okay. Is that going to be enough? So that's good. Yeah, I think I'm more or less nailed, haven't I? Sweet. Okay, so we can get all the information we need. Right. While we're here, so planning ahead, all of these need to also add bees. Sorry, this is just me kind of like while I'm here, I may as well change all of this because we haven't added the keyword bees to a lot of these. Book of bees, that one does have bees. I think that's what we need. Okay, right, I think we're looking good. Right, so it looks like that bit has been done. I'm sort of crossing things off the list as I go. So I'm having I've written down on this teeny tiny little post-it note all the things. So now we are going to it's not going to work, is it? It's not going to quite work. Okay, right. So what we're looking to do now is okay, right. That might be quite a lot of effort. Okay, so so we've now got this here. So we want to make it so that when you press this, you can actually see the construct being added, which isn't actually too difficult. But let's go click here, and then we're going to go into this and make sure that this gets the sort of memo saying like, by the way, we want to add another construct. So I think it should be here. So Destiny text box. I think if we go into here, edit script, I'm going to go Control F, and we're just going to look for the word construct, add construct. Brilliant. Okay. Construct type, construct to add is there. That picks a random one. This has been added. At what point are we actually adding the construct? So that's where it's getting the picture. GameInfo. That's it. Right, so at this point here that we're adding, we then want to get access to this thing here. Not this, but this whole map UI go. Let's go edit this. Now I will probably safely just close this. So the reason this is quite funny is because when I'm I'm trying to sort of describe the problem like I hope I get this right first time, because if not, then every time I get it wrong I have to still do that long trail to actually get there. So I am banking on this taking me only a couple of attempts. So main info, so we don't actually have it as a singleton at the moment. Let's go final references. We don't, but the map test script does. So here we're going to have if map test script dot instance is not equal to null, then again we should always have this. So ideally this check is never needed, but I would rather have it just to be on the safe side. Dot instance dot underscore main map info script dot add construct to UI construct to add. Yes, okay, so that adds the construct, and we just want to have while all of this is busy. See, and I just want to check when we are adding this construct, is there any boolean that's occurring? Adding construct, and it's public. Sweet. Okay. So adding construct yield return null. Okay, you're right. We are on our way. This is fantastic. Right. So now, okay, I reckon it'll work. I'm so sure that we're not going to change anything. We're just going to hope it works this time. So at the moment we got nothing there at all. Okay. I'm going to press T. Yeah, so it's like the reason I'm banking quite heavily on this working first time is because I have to do this every time. So keep a close eye on that. Ah, yeah, it's just added there. Absolutely fine. And then I just want to check as well when we go into the next fight. We do have the for some reason that's called Hello World, and we've got an error message. That's fine. That's absolutely no problem. In fact, let's see how easy that is to fix. So I think this is actually quite easy to fix. That should be no problem. We'll come to fix that problem later. So yeah, what we need to do is just make sure that in the actual main game we've added this script to everything. So let's do that now before I forget. So scenes, main game, the main camera. We're just going to add, in fact, add not Unity on AI. That's it. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, now that says the thing that we wanted to say. Yeah, nice. Right. Okay. Right. Brilliant. So we're rattling through them. We have got some. So we're rattling through all the problems. We are really getting close to being done with the map. We do have one thing which is not that big a deal, but I do want to kind of get it sorted. Yes, we do want to save. That's quite a big save actually. Right. So where we're going now. Right. Oh yes, right. So let's try and work out the easiest way of doing this. So what we're trying to do is we want to make sure that when we're adding coins and rumble tokens, at the moment it feels like it looks a bit rubbish. But here we'll have to go into what's the easiest way of doing this? So if we go to here, game info script, let's edit the script. quick reset. Final references. I think there should only be one. It's just this one here. And then it's going to be reset game. Let's go to the definition. So here, so this is just making sure that we have all of the important information. So that should be fine. Okay, so now we're going to go quick reset, because again, this is all just to create the problem, all right, and then we're going to work on fixing it. So if I do quick reset now and press play, that's actually what I wanted to happen. I was kind of hoping that I mean, it's close. It's almost what we wanted. Let's try and find out why that didn't do monster reward class. Okay, so we do have the monster reward class. Okay, this is somehow nulled out, and there's probably a good reason as to why that's happened. I think I think the easiest method for us to do is actually quickly just actually, what did I do before? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this one's going to be a bit annoying, but I think I just can't think of a quick and easy way of doing this. So we've reset everything. Alright, and then if we wanted to, we can go, yay, big map, and then small map. I don't know how useful that's ever going to be, but I just want the ability to do it. So now we're going to quickly win this fight, and then I want to create the problems to see if they fix, if it fixes itself. So let's just quickly, our plan is to win here, so I just want to get as many attackers as I can. So that and that. That and that. Okay, now he's just dead. Right, cool. So, why are we doing all of this? It's so that when we go back to the main screen, we get this message. This, yes, okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, so this is the reward section. So this is basically, I did all of this so I could bring this up. So, okay, fantastic. Right, now we're just going to do a big analysis on what's happening here. Because here is the problem that we've got. When we create the gold, then you actually see this gold thing come up and then do this little animation. We don't really need that, because all we really need is for this to update. And the same with here. So I'm going to now press pause, and then we're going to actually just break down what's going on here. So, this is the edit script. So Control MO. So on pointer down. If it's not busy, dissolve reward. This is what's happening at this point. Okay, this is the dissolve. So it points to the slide, and then it activates the individual reward master. So I think, unless I'm mistaken, this whole thing here, I just want to check that the reward master, what exactly is it? It's the monster reward master script. So let's just check that that is, yeah, this is the monster. So we've got access to this, that's fine. So we're actually kind of like, we're getting there. So over here, let's go to this definition. And now we've got this. Okay. So upon adding coins, what we also want to do, let's just see what's going on in here. Oh no, go to base, no, hold on. Go to definition. So what's actually happening over here? We're adding the coins, we're doing a whole thing. So this is actually literally adding the coins here. So so all we really need to do is have map test script dot instance. So let's have a quick if map test script dot instance is not equal to null, then map test script dot instance dot dot map underscore map there, that's the one, dot update all UI. Okay. Okay. Alright, so Control S, and now we can stop this. But the thing which is quite nice about all of this is now we've got this set here. I think. So we should still have this defeated monster. No, because I quick reset. Never mind. Okay, let's try again. I'm such an idiot. Never mind. I think it is probably quicker. It's slightly less of a requires slightly less thought to do it this way. So 1 and 2. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. It didn't show there. It showed that there was still 2 coins left, but that's the same problem that you have with Hearthstone. It just showed it even though it's not actually there. Okay, that's fine. 1 and 2. Never mind. Right. Okay, 15 left. We just need 1 more. Attacker. Oh. Okay. All right. Looks like we've actually created another problem. This is for later. Let me actually write this down. In fact, somewhere. I'm going to do that. So it turns out you can actually play the cards when they're drawn, like before your mana gets reset. That's fine though. So, okay, right. So what we're hoping to happen is I press this clicks up, but we're also going to get a coin which comes in that looks a little bit ugly. But let's see what happens. Okay, because we don't really need this, to be honest. Also, I'm noticing these coins are sort of, we can make a bit of a longer distance at that point, I think. So that's fine. Okay, so we've got our work set out for us. I quite need to go to the toilet, so I'm going to just be right back. Just yeah, wait right there. We're doing well though. All right, be right back. Right, wicked. Okay, we're back on track. Okay, so what are the big things that I want to do? So number one is what I kind of want to do. How those coins appear. It sort of bumps in, gets in the way of everything, and it looks a bit rubbish. I want to change that entire animation altogether. I want it to appear similarly to how the Rumble tokens appear. What we also want to do is sorry, I'm just sort of thinking out loud at the moment. What we also want to do is make this just a bit bigger. So we want to make sure that if this is, say, because let's just say we're probably not going to get more in the 1,000 figures, but let's just say this is 10000. Okay, that's obviously a bit too big. Okay. We just want to make sure we've got space on the screen for everything. Okay, loads of things at once. My brain is like, I've got to do a million things. Let's do the Rumble token. Let's go make the coins look better. Okay, right. So, if we go on to the game info script, which we don't actually have open, so let's go on to here first. Game info script, edit script. Brilliant. Right, now let's close all but this. Okay, so this is when we're adding coins. We have this coin UI script that we're instantiating. Brilliant. Right, and attach to camera, summon for map. Here we go. This is good. This is good. Let's go to this definition. So this is when we're summoning for the map. We're attaching it from corner. Now, while we're here, I think what we should do is have it. We should have almost exactly the same script for when we are adding rumble tokens. So I'm going to rename this to rumble token, and that probably needs to be lowercase. Okay, right, fantastic. Okay, so I just want to do that's just for my own thing, so that just makes life a bit clearer for me. So we're now going to this definition. And what's happening here with, so this is the summon routine, attached to camera, -1, -1. So maybe -1, -2. Alright, so basically we want to do all this. We just want to do this. And I think this will look better. So Control C. So here we go. Actually, no, we can't get quite rid of all that. Maybe we can. Okay. Okay. So this will be, we just need to, now we've got all of this, we just need to change all the relevant tokens. So it's not as bad as it looks here. So gold coin SR equals that. That will be gold coin tm.color equals clear. Shown. We don't have any. So let's just have a private int shown gold coins. So this will be shown gold coins equals gold coins. Okay. Gold coin tm.text equals this still won't be perfect, but we'll get there bit by bit. And then we are fading it to color, so that's gold coin SR. Here we're using gold coin TM, and we're playing forward continuously, but we're actually going to get the sprites, the correct sprites. Which are the gold coin sprites. Okay, so that will be gold coin SR. Right, that'll be gold coin sprites. Okay, all right, we're getting there. Let me have another look at this. Now this is very weird. For some reason I've got busy equals false, then busy equals true. That's just got to be a mistake, hasn't it? Let's let's try and fix things. Again, we've got to break things to fix them. So let's go back into here. So what I need to do is, first of all, let's see what error messages we've got. Oh, really? You don't have any? Okay, that's good. No complaints there. Gold UI. So here, I want it to be -1. Okay. Yes. Okay. Right. So we're still a way off. We're still a way off, but let's see where we're up to. Now, unfortunately, it means I've got to fight this boss again, because I keep forgetting to press quick to unclick quick reset. So, right, let's go. So let's quickly do this boss again. 1 and 2. So he's almost down now, isn't he? Okay, it's a little bit annoying. It's not quite enough to kill him, but he should be enough. He should be enough too. Okay. Here we go. So, no, that's fine. I'm going to go gain these coins. Wasn't really what I was after, and the rumple tokens still look fine. Let me just get hold of a. While we're here, I'm just going to Control D to duplicate it. Then we are going to now there's a particular button, because what I want to do, so it's attached to the main camera. This is where it gets a bit confusing, because I'm looking at this Y number. I think we're just struggling with the proportionality, I think. So yeah, there's not much we can do there. So now I'm going to stop the game. Now before I forget, we're going to do turn off quick reset. So in theory, okay, that's fine. So right at this point, let's see if it's too late to just have gain money and say 500. Now hopefully I'll just gain the money as well. Okay, right. So what happened? What was wrong? Instead of it appearing where I wanted it, it seemed to just click on the left and then just and then just go. Right, so let's just have one other quick look at this. Okay, I think I know the problem. attaching. That one should be minus, but I don't know. Oh, I'm picking the wrong numbers. So it should be minus. Yeah, okay, everything's fine. So that one should be minus 1.0, and this should be minus 2.0. Okay. And the only slight problem is, so that just needs to be old coins, and that's fine. And we kind of want to have the animation where it's all ticking up, which we can probably use from there. Okay, yeah, so we can actually use quite a lot, we can use some of this. So I think this is actually quite good code here. So let's just put this in the clean bit. So we're going to go here. Now this is obviously red, but we can have, we can just change this to shown coins. Float time equals liquid. Float time equals 0. Okay, while all this is happening, but we can actually speed this up a bit as well. So let's have that as 1 and that as 0.5, and then that will be shown gold coins. Okay, right. This will make sense eventually. So I think we start with that, and then we see where we're at. Okay, so now let's go play and pause. Oh, it might be a bit too late. Add card, gain money, 800. Okay, this still might not look great. That's still all good. Okay, right. Okay, yes, okay. So what we should do is just have this underneath instead, which is still very easy to fix. So we can stop. Just got to remember where it is actually. If I just go gold coin, I think it's this one here. So all we need to do really is just make sure this number is underneath. So the text should be 0. Oh no, that should be -4. That's fine. That should be 0. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Right, so we'll have that as 0. Okay, we're going to try again. Pause. Every time. The reason I'm pausing is because I need to, like, manually put in, manually give us the reward for gaining coins. Gain money. These are 200. Pause. So yeah, we've got a lot more. Yeah, okay. Surprisingly enough, this is good. This is actually pretty good. Yeah. So now we are just we just need to make sure that we're actually getting enough space here, because at the moment this is clearly overlapping that. So as it is as well, I think we're slightly running into the problem that mistake. Oh no, we still got it. We still got it. It's still here. Rewards available. Okay, we still have it. Okay, so here we're going to have gain money. So 5, 50, and 75. So we still have this. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So we are making progress, but we need to have bigger. We need to have more space for this, or we could make the text smaller. But either way, we need to go into this one here. Let's edit script. Let's stop this bad boy. And see what we can do. So, get component. So when we were creating, I think it's this one here. This is the Gold UI script. So I believe all that we actually need to do is I think it's called the map. Yeah, this is what we're after. I think for the time being, let's have a look at this text, see if we can have it a little bit closer. Because we need to just change some of the numbers around so that if, let's say 1000 is the most number of things, where do we need to move this to so that it looks okay? So let's just edit one thing at a time. So let's move the text. So let's just say that's 0.25, 0.25. 0.25. That's fine. Now we're going to move the Rumple token. You just got to pay attention to what the X number is. So 5.5. Okay, 5.5. And let's go also make this one. So making that middle left. Yeah. Okay. So what we need to do now, so that looks okay, doesn't it? So it's all about now targeting the background and working out what size we need to get it to. I mean, I could be really fancy. No, I'm not. I think, yeah. Should be fine. So let's go like that. So there, the size there is about 5.2, and then 7. So I'm just looking at this to work out what size, because everything sort of grows in a fixed sort of speed. and I kind of want to make sure. So that's 7.55. What if that was, say, 7.6? Or, yeah, 7.6 is fine. And what did I decide the other one was? 5.2. So 5.2 and 7.6. Okay, that's actually 5.2 and 7.6. So, I think that needs to be 5.2. And this needs to be 7.6. And now, I think this key number here also needs to be 7.6. Okay, right, is that all we need to do? Let's give this a try. So let's see how this plays out. And then yeah, okay. Alright, that actually looks okay. And now let's just see, check that when we're adding a construct, it still adds it quite nicely. Ah, not quite, almost. Yeah, so it was 5.7 and 7.6, so that means it's a 1.9 more than where it needs to be created. So, so that should in theory be 7.9. Okay, so let's give this another try. It might even have even saved it, so it should be fine anyway. Let's give this another go. I have to do quite a lot of thinking in my head. Okay, yeah, so yeah, it just didn't save it because it saves after you've clicked the button. So let's go add a construct. Yeah, that's fine. I know it does, that space does look a little weird, but I think I'm okay with that because you can, in theory, have like more than 1,000. So what we could do to make it look a little bit better, we could make it so these numbers, these coins, will always be shown in the format 0000. So if you've got, say, only 3 coins, instead of it showing 3, it will show 0003. That way, it doesn't feel like there's space wasted there. This is more of a sort of design thing, so that's okay though. So let's have a look. What are the things that we need to look at? This is the main map info. Let's go to definition here. So the points in which we're references. So the points in which we're actually changing the text here. I guess so. I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm gonna, yeah, this will be a little back and forth. We'll get there though. Right, sorry. I've just been saying random numbers for a long period of time and not really explaining what I'm doing. What if we just go here? So there's a little trick here. If we go 0000 like that, token counter script. Summon for show. Ah, so that's what we're looking for. Summon for show. What are we actually doing? Let's go to definition. Find all these references. Ah, it's that one. This is all we need to worry about. So whatever I changed before, we don't need. We don't need this. This bit. Yeah. So it's this bit here. And then for the Rumble token, we've got update. Okay. I think that's okay. I kind of want to just have at the no, let me get rid of that. Yeah, unfortunately, because I've got two things which are trying to do the same thing, but I've done two completely different routes. It's getting a little bit confusing. This, because I want to check as well that this bit is updating when. Yeah. Okay, I think that's fine now. Yeah, right. So I think we should be good to go. Let's see how this looks when we press. And I'm going to press pause first, so we're going to play. But then it's going to be immediately paused, and then we might need to. Adds the rewards on again. Oh, looks like we've got that. Okay. Maybe not. Ah, that's what we wanted. Okay. All right, so let's see what does this look. That's all good. A little bit too big. I wonder why that's cut off. And we want that bit to update as well. Okay, no problem. So there are a few things wrong with that. Right, so it feels like in fixing one, I've kind of broken the other. So what we want to do, here's what we're kind of going for. We want to make sure that when you press this, this number here isn't super big. Yeah, because this one here, I kind of want this to just not be. So. So I think this one here, we just need to go back to that. And we now need to just make sure we can update from here. So update all UI. What's happening here? So okay, right. We are actually almost there now. So So all we need to do is just make sure the Rumple token updates itself when you click on something else. Okay. So if we go into this one here, yeah, I knew this was going to be a pain. I didn't realise it was going to be quite this painful, but that's okay. So dissolve routine, activating rewards. Go to this definition. So add tokens. So this is just waiting for it to update. Whereas in theory, this should also update. Let's go to this definition. Oh right, so we just need to make sure that it's the old value, so that okay. So in fact, yeah, I know why this is difficult. It's a little annoying, but we have to make another public void update map UI Rumple tokens. That'll be, let's see. Yeah, you know when you're trying to do loads of clever things in one go and it just doesn't quite work. Right, yeah, it's not. This isn't elegant. There's nothing super beautiful about us doing all this, but that's right. So now, right, this is the time. This time it'll work, and then we're going to do one like quick test of everything, see if it all does what we want. That should have updated, but it didn't. So yeah, the reason that I'm not sure why this didn't work is because ideally when we do this, it should update. So what we can do, we can actually have a little test. We can just go debug.log gameinfoscript.instance.rumple tokens. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So we can just quickly find out if it works. Yeah, I'm sorry it's taken so long. It's just been a little bit painful, but we're getting there. This will be add rumble tokens. Let's say 10. 10. Okay. So, So at that precise moment that it updates, we haven't actually got the correct number. So it's currently reading as 0, but in my head, right, it shouldn't, which isn't useful for me to say that. But let's see. Okay. Right. So why is that 0? The reason that it shouldn't be 0, I mean, I know that I'm making this so much more complicated than it needs to be. So if we go back into here and go to this definition, let's add him to our party of things that we're going to do. So the reason being is, look, we add rumble tokens here, and that's why, because we haven't. Yeah, okay. The rumble tokens haven't officially been added up until it's waiting a while. Okay, how do we deal with this? I think I know how to deal with it. I'm just... I just like, you know, when you're thinking this is such a big ugly ball of mess that I might have to make a nice cleaner version of everything. So, how do we do that? Okay, even though this is going to be a little bit ugly, is there a better way of doing this? Sorry, this is just where I've got to do some critical thinking as to how to do it. Because one thing which is kind of, you know, when you look back at something which I did sort of like several episodes ago, when I was making this map UI, I thought, oh, what a great idea! Why don't I use like one particular game object, because it's got most of the things we need, whereas in fact they're so different that right, okay, okay, alright, I know how to do it. I'm just not super happy about it. So what we would need to do is have while game info script dot instance dot busy. Okay, so this might be something that I'll do off stream, because I can just tidy this up. I think this will do more or less what I want it to do now, but it's just it's not glorious to look at. So let's give this another try. So we've got 0 rumble tokens, 10, and then it does add it there. Yeah, that's not too good. What I'm going to do, like, so it has more or less done what I've done, what I wanted to do, but the main problem is the fact that we've got a game object here that's used for multiple different things throughout, and I thought, oh, why don't I just keep it here? I should have used an entirely different script, and that'll be something that I'm going to do another time. So now I think we're actually, apart from that, right, we're actually pretty much ready to move on. We're ready to actually do our... Yeah. So I'm just thinking out loud. I think, yeah, because I have covered almost everything that I want to do now. There's one other little thing I want to do. Skip. So if I bring this up, oh, at the moment you can't hover over any of these, but I don't know if we need that. So I think we're kind of happy. We're kind of settled now. Yeah. What I'll do, yeah, like I say, I'll do it off stream, but I kind of want to just make this just a little bit more legible. So now let me just check that we can still add the constructs. So the constructs still get added quite nicely. And now I'm going to check another thing. Which will be when we buy a construct in the shop, will that also sort itself out? In fact, I can do that elsewhere. Where are we? We're over here. So let's go to a shop and see, and just check that when we go to a shop we can add it and it will add on there, because I just didn't even think about that. Right. Okay. Alright. Oh, I wonder what the whole zoomed out looks like. Yay! It's not that useful a screen, but it's just quite nice that we can do that. Okay, so reroll. Alright. Oh yeah, so it hasn't added from that point, but that should be easy to fix. Oh, this is awfully big, this text. Never mind. Pause. Just need to go into this bad boy. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Why have I got this so big here? So we just want to edit this thing here, that when you click on it, edit script, construct, add construct. So actually, I think we just need to, at this point here, have, let's just check that's all right. Over here, we just need to have if test okay. Oh, map test. Test script dot instance is not equal to null, then map test script dot instance dot underscore main map info dot add constructor UI construct type. Okay. All right. I think we're sorted. Right. So now that should sort it out. And we're going to test another. We're also going to we kind of want the text to be the right size as well, because it looks a bit big at the moment. So where are we? So because of how I've done it, we can add another one, but that won't be a problem. Right, so that's just adding the normal construct. And then, see, that's one thing which I've always been so intrigued with, is like pathfinding. That is such an amazing skill to actually fully understand and get like good pathfinding. It's, yeah. Right, so now, if we go here, right, so we have that. So at the moment, this text is too big as well, but let's just check this works. Yeah, nice. Okay, so now, while we're here, we've got this hover info callman edit script. If I just ticked that, and then still wouldn't actually matter. So let's go, yeah, like I say, edit this script, because that's a bit big, and that's what we're doing. We're just cleaning up the last bits of the map. So on enter, create signal, let's go to definition. So for some reason, it's not. It's creating it a bit too big, isn't it? Okay, proportional scale. So I just don't know why it's so big. Oh, no, hold on. So I'll have a little debug.log, open brackets. Control C. Yeah, so we know what the, so we'll find out what the, so it should be 0.5 there, but we can get that confirmed. Yeah, like I said, I've done a few things that are a bit sort of nuclear, but I think we're more or less okay. I'm just going to the shop to work out exactly why it's not how we want it. So clear. Let's go plan focused. I'm going to hover, just try and work out. Oh, why is that 2? It should be 0.5. Let's just check that is the 2, yeah. So I'm not going crazy here. 5? Ah, yep. I know what the problem is. I've done it the wrong way round. It's over. Yeah, okay, alright, I think we're back on track. But now I can actually just do a quick reset because it will be easier to get it get back. So quick reset. I can just press T once. Let's get to this bit. Oh, that looks awfully small. Okay, all right, maybe I've made it too small now. Okay. Right, these are still fine. These are still exactly the right size. So I have made it, I have just done it slightly wrong. Let's find out why that is the case. I think I know the problem. It's because actually no, why is that? So let's go fix this one sec. 0.5. So I think we just have float intended scale equals 1.0 f, and then we're just going to have if proportional to camera size. It's because I don't think it's actually attached to the camera. Then we're going to have intended scale equals that, and then we're going to have intended scale. Okay, so I think this should work, because there's times when it does need to be proportional and there's times that it's not. So let's find out if this does work. If so, I think I might just call it there, because I'm going to have some food shortly, and I might sort of call it here. But this has actually been, even though it's been a little bit clunky, we have got quite a lot of work done today, and I'm really happy with that. So, right, that still's too small, but that's perfect size. Okay, so pause. Let's have a look at proportional. If it's not proportional, then it's still a bit small. Yeah. Okay. Right. So so it looks like we've sorted out the shop. We just need to sort out why these ones are a bit small. Yeah, that's clearly too small to read. If that was then proportional to camera size, it still feels a bit small, but it's bigger. Could it simply be... it's because it's proportionate to this scale. So what we... the best alternative, so if this was 1, 1, 1, if this was this big and then we hovered, that would be a bit too big, but we'd have it proportional to camera size, and then that would be the correct size. Okay, right, this might be a problem for another day. I think I will, this is one of those things which shouldn't be too hard to fix, but I probably don't have quite the brain capacity or brain power at the moment to do this. So I'm going to call it here. This has been actually another really fantastic stream, actually. I'm really happy. We've just got to work out, so And also, while we're here, let me find out. So if I go into this one, and pause, and we have a look at this. Make that proportional. So for some reason that's smaller, and I don't really know why. I think it's, I genuinely don't know why. So it's proportional to camera. Yeah. Okay, I'll fix that. I think that's going to be something which is going to be quite boring to watch. Oh, nice, rocking, awesome. 25 minutes. In that case, I might be able to fix this in this time. Let's see. Because at the moment it's a bit of a slapdash answer to just be like, well, it just kind of works, so fix it. So that should be okay. I'm gonna just work on these tiles, get them the correct size. Yeah. So why? Yeah, okay. So if we were to actually go to this physical tile here, this one, and we made this 32 and apply. Actually, oh, nope. Oh, I see the problem. Okay, never mind. Let's turn these back to 1 to 8. Right. I think I will. I think I'll. My brain is kind of going everywhere at the moment. But what we should do is somewhere on my Rumpel token thing. Let's have a look. These are all of my plans that we've got over here. So yeah, so these are the cards that I'm looking to make as well. These are the cards which I'm excited to make. Oh yeah, work out why the game starts on the wrong monitor. Need to deal with that. Make game continue even when you've got it selected in Windows. Okay, fair enough. Oh yeah, that one we've actually done, I believe. In fact, I'll make sure that it is done. But that's an easy thing. That's basically just making sure that the end turn button stays on the screen, because I've got quite a wide screen and it doesn't quite fit at the moment. So that one is something that we need to do. So we'll just add one more here. We'll have make sure the info boxes all appear the correct size in on the map mode. It just requires a little bit of maths that I don't quite have the capacity to do right now. Anyway, right, this has been a brilliant stream. We've got loads done, and I am going to call it here. Thank you very, very much for sticking about. We are, yeah, I think that whole fixing these the info box sizes, I think I can do. I just need to have a bit of a fresher pair of eyes to do, but I might even just quickly do it tonight, because I feel I've broken the back of it. It's just like, oh, let's just show it, let's just get everything just sorted. Anyway, let's rock. All right, I'll see you guys later.